Anyhow, my name is Anne Marie Cosgrove. In 1983, I had an abortion. I aborted my son, Ryan John Cosgrove. I can't find it. Oh, okay. So anyhow, let's see. I've said it so many times. I didn't want to have the abortion, but because, like so many of the other women here, I felt like I would bring shame onto my family, having been raised Catholic. The baby's father said he wasn't ready to be a father, so I took that as the sign, you know, I'm not going to be here. If you have that baby, I won't be here. So he went with me to the abortion clinic, and just like another woman here, how she felt so lucky to have her boyfriend with her, I felt very lucky to have him with me. The room was full of women, and somebody brought in a baby, and I said, "My God, what is she doing here?" I said, I said to my boyfriend, "Get her out of here." Well, anyhow, they called me in for my counseling session, and they asked me why I was having the abortion, and I said because I was on drugs, and which was true. I had been a party girl, but mostly it was because I had not felt like I had the support. I felt like it was an animal stuck in a trap, and what an animal does is chews off its own leg. And so I ended up going through with the abortion. 7 years prior to that, I had protested against abortion. I was at a rally much like this, much smaller. I was a senior in high school, and I protested against abortion because I knew that abortion was wrong. On that day at the abortion clinic, I laid on that table, and I looked up to the heavens, and I said, "God, forgive me for what I'm about to do," as tears came out of my eyes. The woman sitting next to me, standing next to me, was holding my hand, and as they started the abortion procedure, I could feel the pulling and the tugging and my baby being ripped out of me, and I started to cry, and I said, "I'm going to pass out," and the doctor started screaming at me and screaming at her, saying, "You need to keep awake, keep her awake, keep her awake." And so they went through with it, and then I remember being in the recovery room and being very, very sad and very lonely and changed forever. Because when that baby died, something inside of me died. I ended up marrying that baby's father, and I hated him. I hated him for not protecting us, his family. I made sure his life was a living hell in the marriage. Not consciously. It was a very unconscious thing that I did. And he ended up leaving me anyhow, because I became this crazy woman, and I was crazy. I had suffered great depression, angst, anxiety, incredible shame, incredible guilt. But what ended up happening was he left. And where am I here? They did not, okay, so here I'm going to go with this. They did not tell me having an abortion could increase the chances of having a miscarriage and the inability to get pregnant again. They did not tell me that my menstrual cycle every month would be a painful reminder of the abortion and haunt me as my arms remained empty of my own child, and that whenever I touched a toddler's hand, tears would come to my eyes. They did not tell me that I would wonder every day about my child, and that I would crawl into the shower and turn on the water and try to drown away my pain and sorrow, hoping God would take away my life because I did not deserve to live. They did not tell me my sanity would be a token and my soul the price I would pay. They did not tell me I would be in secular counseling for 3 years, seeing my therapist once a week. They did not tell me that at the end of those 3 years, she would throw up her hands and tell me, "You are just going to have to learn to live with this." And in reply, I asked, how does someone learn to live with murdering their own child? They did not tell me she would not know the answer. By bringing this out into the public, I want women who are suffering to know that they can be healed. I want them to know the train wreck of thoughts, disjointed feelings, and years of depression are normal after an abortion. I want them to know that they are not the crazy ones. I want them to know that they can experience feelings of joy and peace that I have, and it's only because of the divine mercy of Jesus Christ that I can stand here today. I want every woman and man who has experienced the painful reality of abortion. It is something we did. It is not who we are. I stand before you today no longer a post-aborted woman, but a woman who had an abortion. I will no longer allow my abortion to define who I am. Abortion is like a hurricane causing havoc amongst its victims. I want those who suffer to know that they can come away from the shore and find shelter from the storm and be silent no more.